Yeah. No. Hey, it's been a long time.
Finest kitties on Mitra.
No, get the hell out of here.
Transportation and exotic frisbee included. Yeah, blood. These mamas transport your ass to the
Transportation?
We take water, gold, credit cards, and high-price drugs.
Would you please remain standing for the invocation by Reverend John Snyder.
Lord, we're grateful for these young people who are here with us this evening. We're grateful for their parents and their families. Pray that you might bless them in their endeavors in life. Help them to always seek to put you first. Guide, guard, direct them, and help keep them safe this evening and tomorrow and for the rest of their lives. Pray that you might help us to have unity in our families, unity in the community in which we live. Pray that you might forgive us of our shortcomings. Bless these graduates this evening in Christ's name.
have flowers that they'd like to present to you in appreciation for everything that you've done for them for the last 12 years or so. Would you mothers please come forward and line up along here? Not very often that you mamas get a thank you once in a while, but they want to be sure they said thank you to you tonight. I want to say thank you to you. You've been great to work with. At this time, we'll have Reverend David Snyman, who will present the devotional for the evening. Reverend Snyman.
I want to thank you very much for the privilege of taking part in this very special time in your life. This evening I'd like to tell you a story about a nation of eagles. A nation of eagles that had been blessed in many ways. Blessed with everything you can imagine. And their young had been blessed in many ways. They'd been blessed with education. A great education. Particularly in small towns like this one. They had opportunities that eagles that in other high schools didn't have. They had opportunities to play sports when they wouldn't have in large schools. They had opportunities to be leaders and successful at something where they wouldn't have in other schools. And one of the best opportunities they had was to have teachers that knew them by name and cared that they were there and loved them very much. But as in all situations, there came a point where in the small towns even, their education was finished and they must go and begin their journey of adult life. And this journey would take them across very many different types of terrain. Some of it was easy and delightful, meadows filled with flowers. But some of it was very dangerous and difficult. Meadows would pass away into mud, quagmires, quicksand, and deserts, and high mountains that would take your breath away, and deep dark tunnels, full of fear, and large, mighty rivers to cross, and more. But of course, all of those things are beneath eagles' feet when they fly. That is, eagles can fly, can't they? The problem in the nation of eagles was that not all the eagles could fly. And more it came to the point young eagles, as they got ready for the time of that adult journey, were not able to fly. It wasn't that they didn't want to fly. They would look into the heavens and they would see eagles flying by and other birds flying, and they would wish and want to fly very much. And they realized how silly and dangerous it was for eagles to begin a walk across such dangerous territory. You know, eagles weren't created to walk. They were created to fly. It's okay for emus and ostriches to walk and run. They look kind of silly as they do it. But it's okay. But the feet of eagles are made not for walking, but for something else. And they would try very hard to fly. And with great effort, really maximum effort, all the strength that they have, they could lift their right wing and make it work properly. And this gave them some hope that they would soon learn how to fly. But then when they would try their left wing, it would kind of hang uselessly there, and they would be able to just move it slightly. The great effort made the right wing work, but of course you know that even the greatest eagle can't fly on just one wing. And the eagles that were flying above them, above these earthbound eagles, they wondered why they wouldn't land and tell them. Why didn't they take time to tell these earthbound eagles how to fly? One day, when a group of these earthbound eagles were preparing for the great journey, they had just finished their schooling. They met an eagle that was somehow different, and they began to ask questions. And they were delighted to find out that how that eagle was different was it could fly. She could fly. And they asked hundreds of questions all at once. And finally, one of the eagles that was earthbound asked the question that they really wanted answered. How can we fly? How can we fly like you do? How can we fly also? And then she said, it takes 2 wings to fly. And they said disgustedly, we know that, even we know that. And she said, it takes 2 wings to fly, and each wing is operated by a different type of power. Your right wing, you know that you can take that by great effort and make it work. By maximum effort, you can make it work properly. And the left wing just kind of hangs there when you try that. But you know, the left wing, by maximum faith, it will work properly. And you can have the maximum life of an eagle and fly above the dangers with maximum effort and maximum faith together. Maximum faith in the Creator that created us to fly instead of walking on eagle's feet, which we're unaccustomed to walking on. Some believed her. Some didn't. But soon, those that believed were flying. And they had put the dangers that I've mentioned already beneath their feet, far beneath their feet. found that there were storms of various kinds that could be very damaging. But they learned also that they could have the maximum life of flight above all the dangers, even in the heavens, by maximum faith and maximum effort. They heard the story of an eagle, a great eagle, one of their heroes that had lived in the land of India. And he was flying one day in a rather calm sky, and all of a sudden, a thunderhead appeared. And the thunderhead blew, out of the thunderhead blew mighty, fierce winds. And he was forced before the wind at a very rapid rate, faster than he'd ever flown. And finally, he realized he was just running from the danger and the difficulty, and he turned to face it. And as he turned to face it with maximum effort and maximum faith, his wings filled with the air, and in an instant he was above the storm. This is just a story, because eagles can't talk. And I'm sure that eagles' wings don't operate by maximum faith and maximum effort. But I've never talked to an eagle, so I'm not sure. But it is true that if you want to be victorious in life and put the dangers and difficulties beneath your feet, far beneath your feet, it only is accomplished by maximum effort on your part, doing your best in any given situation, and maximum faith. Maximum faith in the one that you were created through, Jesus Christ. And it is my prayer that you might have maximum life. Each and every person that's in the sound of my voice, particularly the graduates, that you might have the maximum life through maximum faith and maximum effort. Let us pray. Most gracious Heavenly Father, give each and every person here this evening maximum life by allowing them to have maximum faith. Give them the strength and the courage to give a maximum effort. In Jesus Christ's holy name, amen.
At this time, the junior and sophomore chorus will present a musical rendition entitled Dreamer. At this time, Miss Carrie Concert, who is the salutatorian of the class of 1985, will come forward and present the salutatorian address. Carrie?
Fellow classmates, members of the Board of Education, faculty, parents, and guests, we would like to welcome you to the commencement exercises of the class of 1985. In these few moments, we pause to contemplate our past accomplishments and our future aspirations. 12 years ago, 29 very scared and insured children began a long journey through school. Today, we stand before you as young people beginning another new journey. These years have provided us with qualities to become confident and responsible citizens. As we acquired these qualities, the leadership in our class has grown. We have 4 graduates who hold or have held state offices in vocational youth organizations: Kelly Horton, Katie Shumpert, David Frazier, and Judy Eshelman. We are also proud to be represented so well in the area of athletics. We have excellent representation by Jerry Williams, Emmett Longley, Brian Bradley, Trevor Leader, Chad Rogers on the All-State football team, and by Emmett, Brian, and Chad at the state track meet. In the music department, we must recognize Hannah Hamer and Karen Pritchard. Hannah was selected for All-State Choir, which is quite an honor. Karen got the chance to travel to Europe on a grand tour with the United States Collegiate Wind Band. In the past 2 years, 8 students from our class were honored to attend national OEA conferences in Indianapolis, Indiana, and Houston, Texas. They received much national recognition in that all 8 scored in the top 20 in the nation in their respective events. These accomplishments assure us of our capabilities and inspire us to strive for more. This is the first step in our new journey, to realize that there is more and to strive for it. I believe our class members have set high goals and that we can accomplish these goals. With enthusiasm for the future and confidence in ourselves, we will go forward with new ideas and an optimistic outlook. We thank those who have assisted us in achieving these goals and preparing us to meet those of the future. Thank you.
Our valedictorian for the class of 1985 is Miss Hannah Hamer. Hannah, would you come forward at this time?
Fellow classmates, members of the Board of Education, faculty, parents, and guests, as I stand before you tonight, I find it hard to believe that we are about to graduate. It seems only a short time ago that we entered school as first graders with bright, shining faces, eager to learn. Back then, all of the high school kids seemed so big, and graduation never even crossed our minds. As the years went on, graduation became a goal, something we really looked forward to. And now here we are, ready to receive our diplomas and go out into the world. As Carrie stated before, the members of our class have accomplished much in the past few years, and I am sure that we will continue to be successful in the future. One day soon, we will be the leaders of the community, the state, and the nation. In view of the excellent leadership potential we have exhibited, I feel we have the ability to contribute much to society. And it is because of the education that we have received here at Melrose Municipal School and the opportunities presented to us by our student organizations that we have this ability. It is also because of the loyal support and guidance from all of you that we are what we are today. You have been the wind beneath our wings and the driving force behind us, and for this we are grateful. We also hope to make you proud of us tonight and in the future. Before I close, I'd like to read to you a poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, which I feel exemplifies our future. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime. I hope we can live up to this example and be successful in our future.
As Tana and Carrie have indicated to you, we have a lot of outstanding individuals in the senior class this year. In fact, I have almost 2 pages here of scholarships and awards that I'm going to present this evening. And I know that we're going to try to move right along here because the main reason we came is to get those little maroon diplomas over there, so we move right along so we can get to those, okay? Let's start off first with the presentation of our salutatorian award. We've already met Carrie Gonsert. Carrie, would you come forward and receive your award, please? At this time, I'm going to present 2 awards. The first one is for our valedictorian, and the same individual also has the highest scholastic average in the senior class this year. So we'll present both of those awards at this time to Tana Hammer. Tana, would you come forward? Each year the faculty selects a best all-around girl and best all-around boy. And of course this year was no exception. And after quite a bit of deliberation, the girl that was selected as the best all-around girl for 1985 in the senior class at Melrose High School, Kelly Gordon. Faculty also selected the best all-around boy at Melrose High School this year in the senior class. That award goes to David Frazier. Now we'll move into some of our scholarship presentations. Our first award goes to a young lady who has received a $400 scholarship from the College of Home Economics at Texas Tech University. That scholarship is being awarded to Katie Shumpert. Katie, would you come forward? Our next award is a $200 participation grant from Eastern New Mexico University. That award goes to Emmett Long. Emmett. The next award I have to present, actually have 2 of them. One of them is a math and science scholarship from Eastern New Mexico University in the amount of $500. And the other one is a presidential scholarship from New Mexico Highlands University in the amount of $603.80. That award this year goes to Stan Hewitt. Stan. participation grant from Eastern New Mexico University in the amount of $200. That award goes to Candy Leatherwood. The next young lady I have an award for has three of them. She has a $100 foundation scholarship from Eastern New Mexico University. She has a $200 participation grant from Eastern New Mexico University. And she also has an OEA scholarship in the amount of $200 from Eastern New Mexico University. This award goes to Judy Eschler. The next young lady I'm going to call forward has four of them. The first one is a foundation scholarship from Eastern New Mexico University in the amount of $200. She also has a participation grant from Eastern New Mexico University in the amount of $200. She has a tuition scholarship in the amount of $200 to attend West Texas State University as a result of being in the National Honor Society. And she also has the Edna Graham Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $300 from West Texas State University. All of this goes to Kelly Portman. Kelly, the next scholarship I have to present is a memorial scholarship in the amount of $750 from Kansas Wesleyan University. That scholarship is awarded to Chad Rogers. Chad, come forward. The next scholarship I have to present is a $200 tuition scholarship from West Texas University, which goes to any individual who is in the National Honor Society. This scholarship is annually awarded to anybody who attends West Texas State University, and this scholarship is awarded to David Frazier. David, would you come forward? The next scholarship I have to present is an $800 scholarship from New Mexico State University. That scholarship is being presented to Clayton Preston. Clayton, would you come forward? The next scholarship I have to present is a $500 scholarship from Roswell Beauty College in Roswell, New Mexico. That scholarship goes to Karen Pritchard. Karen, would you come forward? At this time, I also have another $200 tuition scholarship from West Texas State University to present to another member of our National Honor Society. That scholarship is awarded to Chad Robertson. The next scholarship I have to present is a $700 room grant scholarship to attend Eastern New Mexico University, and I assume this individual is going to play a little football down there. This award goes to Brian Bradley. Next individual I'm going to call forward has a $200 Talent Day scholarship. She also has a $200 Foundation scholarship, and she also has a $300 Silver Scholar Award. All of these are from Eastern New Mexico University, and they are being presented to Carrie Gonser. The next individual I'm going to call forward has a $200 Talent Day scholarship from Eastern New Mexico University. She has a $500 Zia Scholar Award from Eastern New Mexico University, and she also has a $700 Root Grant from Eastern New Mexico University. This goes to our valedictorian, Tana Hamer. We're not done yet, folks. At this time, I'd like to have Mr. Wendell Mosley come forward, and he will present the individuals who will receive the Boosters Club scholarships for this year.
Thank you, Sid. The committee this year nominated two people to receive these scholarships this year. We've been passing out one, and because of the support we've had in the community this year, we thought we could afford two. So at this time, I'm going to ask Linda Copeland if she'll come forward.
Each year, the Whiteman family presents a memorial scholarship in the amount of $200. But this time, I'd like for Jamie White to come forward and make that presentation.
First of all, let me congratulate you on your graduation and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. I followed some of you through your high school careers, and it makes me very proud to be a graduate of Melrose High School whenever I see graduates like you coming out. You still carry on the tradition of excellence that Melrose High School offers. In 1983, we began our memorial scholarship in the name of our daddy, Harley Whiteman. And the scholarship is for $200. It isn't much, but I hope that it will assist you in your future endeavors in college. We like to present it to someone who is going to carry on their education, and we hope that they will continue the tradition of excellence that they set according to the criteria that we set as Harley Widener's children. The criteria we set is that they be heavily involved in school activities, that they have tremendous character, good scholarship, and integrity. This year's recipient carries all those qualities of scholarship, involvement, leadership, and character. I want to thank Mr. Lockton for watching over the funds of our scholarship and helping us select the recipient. This year's recipient is Miss Belinda Copeland.
The next scholarship that we have to present is the Chamber of Commerce Scholarship in the amount of $250. That scholarship will be presented by Reverend John Snyder.
All I got to say is when I graduated in 1968, they didn't give out near this many scholarships back then. There are a fine bunch of kids in this class, and we wanted to give this $250 to a young man that we feel like will do well in the future and in all of his endeavors, Mr. Bernard Birch.
John, while we got you right here, I've been asked to announce that I think most of you realize that John is going to be leaving the community soon, and he's done a lot of good things for the community of Melrose. And I understand at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon that there's going to be an appreciation dinner or potluck or whatever you call it for John. Is that going to be in the park, or where's that going to be? In the park. So anybody that wants to come at 2 o'clock tomorrow, show your appreciation and all the things that John's done for Melrose, I'd like to see you there, okay? John, thanks a million. At this time, it's my privilege to also present the Rotary Club Scholarship, which is in the amount of $250. And since our president wasn't able to be with us here this evening, he asked me to make this presentation. And we have a young lady who we selected that we think is an excellent choice, and we know that she'll do us a good job. This award goes to Miss Kelly Horton. The next award that we have to present is the Masonic Lodge Scholarship in the amount of $300, and we'll have Mr. Dale Lockett come forward and make that presentation.
I'll be brief. Mr. Chad Robertson.
Fast on the trigger there, Sam. Well, you know, I think this is, you can see from the awards we presented tonight that we have a lot of outstanding individuals there. Now you've got a lot of money to spend, and we want you to go out and do a good job of it. Let's give them all a big hand. Before we move on, I'd like to say that seniors in 1985, you're probably more concerned about your lives than anyone else that's here this evening, because you're completing one phase of your life and opening the door to a new phase. Up until now, your parents and teachers have tried to give you the best possible training to equip you for what may be coming ahead. We all expect that you will make something of your lives, but if times get hard, do not make excuses for your failures or try to blame it on the other fellow. Each man has been given the power to lead his own life, and what he makes of it is entirely up to him. Even though this may seem to be a bitter truth, the simple fact is that our lives are what we choose to make of them. In closing, may I extend my congratulations to all the members of the class of 1985, as well as your parents. Although the road to success may have a few failures along the way, I sincerely hope that you will learn from the temporary setbacks and ultimately achieve the success that you are striving for. Once again, congratulations to the class of 1985. Rendition in time. It's called It's Time for Moving On. let's get after it. to the part that we've been waiting for, the presentation of graduates for 1985. At this time, Mr. John Whitcamp, the superintendent of Melrose Schools, will come forward and make that presentation. Mr. Whitcamp.
This class is special in many respects. What you see sitting before you this evening are some of the finest young people that I have been involved with in the 12 years that I've been in education in this state. Much of the leadership, much of the heart, much of the soul of the Melrose School is sitting here this evening. I can think back to when I came to Melrose 5 years ago, and the very first class that I had contact with was this class. And it was interesting. As you leave here, graduates, remember that you did go to school in Melrose, and know too that you take a small part of each of us with you. You've always been a futuristic group. You've always had a strong desire to look beyond tomorrow to what you can achieve. You always challenge yourself to be a little above the average. I've never known you to be satisfied with mediocrity in any respect. As I was sitting listening to the presentation of awards and the musical numbers this evening, I was reading your class motto. It's on the back of the programs that you have with you. In our hands we hold today. In our hearts we hold tomorrow. In our faith we hold forever. And it's very true of this class. Then if we harken back to the devotional provided to us by Reverend Snyman. I thought it most appropriate because I've always felt this group as a group of eagles. The most talented, the most capable, and the most daring. They would refuse to accept what is just because it is. They always wanted to know why it was. And if they didn't like the why, they sought to change it. And sometimes they did, and that's appropriate as well. Members of the board, it's my distinct pleasure and honor to present to you the graduating class at Melrose High School for 1985. Cletus Ray